Hey, this will be a video chart on GLD, which is one of the many vehicles you can use to cover the gold sector. It's been quite some time since I've done this, and with the way things are going in terms of potentially reaching a big move, or depending on how you draw your trend lines, it's already made its move. It could be getting a little interesting here, and unfortunately, I don't really want gold prices to go up, but I think it's one of those things where, and if the market's going to keep going up, then gold is going to be one of those things that goes along with it, just due to the fact that the U.S. dollar weakens and so forth. But this trend line here, like I said, depending on how you draw the trend line, the big move may have already happened. This is not how I would feel comfortable drawing the trend line, and I'll explain why in a second. But taking the previous high here, and then right there you can see we get this downtrend line, and then the past couple of days, including today. One thing to note: we still have about 25 minutes left before the market closes. So if you see this price change, that's because the market is still open. But like I was saying, if you use these 2 points, then we already have a breakout. Now my problem with this, and the reason I'm not using this trend line, is if you look at volume, you don't really see anything to support the breakout. Yes, it could keep on going up because at the end of the day, price action is the number one indicator. But I'm, a big believer in using price action along with volume, and really there's no sort of volume there to support, this current move. However, if we draw our trend lines by taking the high here and then that point right there, you can see that we're not above this trend line yet, and we're just approaching it. So I'm going to get rid of this one now because, like I said, this is the trend line I'm using. And by going like this, it makes more sense with volume. Yes, we've been creeping up, but we haven't, made any breakouts on big volume. So if we creep above this line and then you see a big volume day like something like that, or maybe a day like that come in, then that will be give it a little more credence in terms of the breakout. But as far as I'm concerned, we're not quite there yet on breakout level. If we do, unfortunately, I think gold's gonna, head back up and make a pretty big move. I'm hoping that this trend line here acts as a big wall and does knock the price back down. But with the way things are going, I'm not going to be surprised to see, the price bust up through this and then just keep going upwards. So in terms of resistances, that's kind of the next question: is where are price targets with any sort of break of this trend line? And right off the bat, we have two of them. We have this previous high from over here. So I'll change this to red because it is resistance, but resistances are also price targets on the upside. I'm not going to worry about prices just because when you're using things like the GLD, the exact price doesn't matter. It's more of the patterns. But here would be one price target, and then if it can get through there, then it could make a very strong move and continue all the way up to its previous high, which it put in back in early December. So I'll change that to red, and I'll make it a little thicker because I would think that that line would produce a little bit more of a resistance. But with any sort of increase in volume, I think it'll be a quick amount of time before we're right up here. And then if volume can stay even relatively strong, I don't think it would be very long until the bulls would push it all the way up to this level here. So one of those things to keep your eyes on. In terms of support levels, what we have really is just this chart pattern here. We have this trend line, and if we were to get lucky enough, which I don't think you will, but if the price were to come back down and then go through this line here, I could see it coming down and testing the 200-day simple moving average, which is this green line here. But with the way things have been going, you can see the nice strong move here. I think it's going to probably make its way up through this trend line. I hope I'm wrong, and I hope it collapses and heads back down. As obviously, as we know, the higher gold goes, that means the weaker the dollar is and so forth. And I'm a big believer in wanting a strong dollar. But, with the overall economic picture, I don't really see that, coming to fruition anytime soon. So that's where we currently stand with gold. With the way the market's going, I think the gold's going to have to keep increasing in order for the market to keep going up. So in that respect, that'd be good. But, with a break of this line, look for oil to continue to go higher, and obviously that's prices at the pumps are going up. And then, expect the dollar to get weaker and weaker if gold can break out of this little pattern that it's in right now. So if there are any other questions on gold, please let me know. If not, I'd encourage you to check out bullwarriorstocks.com. If you go there and sign up for the free newsletter, you'll be sent a free ebook, and with your newsletter subscription, you'll get chart setups, trade ideas, educational pieces, all sorts of things from penny stocks up to big boards. And so there's a good variety, something for everybody, and it's all free, so it's worth at least signing up and giving it a try. We've been making some good money together, so it's one of those things where it's worth at least checking out. So I'd encourage you to go there and sign up. One more time, this was the GLD, which covers the gold sector. Thanks for listening.